Welcome, welcome, welcome. GTA 5 is the game of the day. And everything seems to be recording. Everything seems to be going well so far. I've probably jinxed it now, but we're just going to do story mode for a bit. Just, because I want to. I've been playing some GTA 5, GTA Online for a bit lately. So I just want to kind of get back to the story. I've completed it a bunch of times. Like, yeah. It's strange how... Oh, it's just popped up right. I think he might be sober. He started by being asleep on railway tracks, which is always a fun idea. Yes, I don't remember where I am in the story even. But I figure, how often do you actually stick to doing story missions and instead end up just messing around? So my plan is to let this train take us pretty close to town. And then we'll go from there. I think most of the missions are... Ah, there we go, with Stranger and Freak one there. That's mod, isn't it? Sure it is. It is. I know that. Ah. Okay, so that's in Trevor's little... Is it chefs? Okay, I know where we're going. I've got this. Don't you question me. I know my way around this map better than I know my way around Manchester. We just gotta get there now. Come on. So there's the turn off where that giant orange ball is. I'll do for me. And we're off. You. Really? Really? Right. Oh, I must have already... Whoops, too high. Come on, come on. Oh. Dicks. They lived. And despawned. There they are. Just saw them. Okay, you can actually look at me for a second. While I just jump into the settings. Because what I've done is... I've forgotten to change some of the settings again. So what I usually do is I'll play it like that with a few slowdowns here and there, and to me that's completely fine. But when you're streaming, you kind of want it to be as smooth as possible. I'm just going to drop a few of the things down. Motion blur is off, thank God. I'm just trying to change the ones as well that don't require a game restart. Okay, that's more acceptable. We'll consider that good. Like I say, so I've got the VSync set to half, so it locks it at 30 frames a second, which, if you played this game on the PS3, you'll be used to anyway. Oi, you, get back! Oh, you absolute douche. That was a Sultan. Oh, that annoys me. Oh, now the police are after me. Why? I didn't kill him. There. You, stay where you are. Give me your car. Okay, we're good. Well, that was a stressful time, wasn't it? Ideally, it'd be Franklin who had this, even though he's not. Actually, I'm so early in the game, because I restarted it again, that Franklin doesn't actually have the garage yet. Both the storage kind of garage or the modification one. So technically they all have to pay for modifications, but I think with that much money, oh wow, that's a big number. $124,111,359 is what Trevor has. Thanks to the fact I tend to mess around on the game a lot. Plus, if I'm not playing online, I tend to mod it as well. Although now the menu mod sort of has replaced a lot of mods. I used to swear by the enhanced native trainer, but now I just use the menu mod. Just because it's more consistent. Oh, look at that. Move. Oh, you want to fight? Stuff. Come on then, Ron. Dare you. Oh, there's already a car in there. Oh, quite a posh car as well. Oh well. Hey look, there's a person in that car again. Come on then. I'm right here. Why would you get out of your car? Why would you get out of your car in this situation? And I'm stuck on a bunch of tires. If the police could come, that'd be brilliant. Oh, that. Ah, God bless GTA. Oh, they've seen me. Bugger. What you gonna do? Woo! Also, feel free to tell me how the game volume is. This is one of those where I'd like people to be able to hear the game. I do like that in GTA 5. The fact that it pulls you in the correct direction when you get on like narrow sections.
Oh, nice.
I'm fairly sure that's not a toilet.
It's easy to mock, isn't it, huh? Cheap and fucking easy. But this here is my place, and my work paid for my place.
All right, relax. I was just being sarcastic.
Yeah, well, don't be, all right? Because the world doesn't need any more sarcasm. It's the blight of the age.
Yeah, I get the point.
You don't get the point. You're like every other asshole. You made a bit of money, and you became a turd.
Got news for you. I was always a turd.
You know, I didn't even realize Michael was there.
You weren't, man. You were something. But now, man, you're like this place. You're a shell.
Go fuck yourself. Are you some kind of pure morally justifiable asshole? What, because you're totally psychotic, somehow it's okay?
I'm honest, all right? You're the hypocrite.
Oh yeah, you're a fucking hero, so far above it all.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm not above ripping open your fucking chest to see what's replaced your heart.
Rip it open! See what's there, baby, because I'm ready.
Hello? Oh, ladies, what's up?
Oh, it's this guy.
Listen, I'm sorry, but we've got a problem. Government funding thing. We need you to,
Right. I don't think anyone at this point cares, do we? Ugh. Why am I Michael? Where's my Sultan? Toledo Bay. Here we go.
I'm calling Lester.
I like where he has to state that he's calling Lester. Just, I'm calling Lester. Yeah, you could have just done it.
Before the jewel store, you talked about a score, a bank in the sticks. I need you to meet us there. Toledo Bay, right?
That's the one. I'll get on a bus.
Oh. That's what I get for not looking at the road, isn't it?
Meet us there. Don't start.
I won't. No way. Good call. If you're taking down a bank for a few million, first thing you do is call the hospital, tell them to get you a guy in a wheelchair.
Oh, this hayseed bank, you gonna be carrying that kind of change?
Local law enforcement extort money from all
Yeah, so we are.
farms, whorehouses, meth kitchens in the area.
I got distracted playing GTA 5 then. And totally forgot what I was doing.
Then there's all
This is the danger with this game.
We should do well. You know, I've been thinking
So it
about
turns out I'm so early in
your
the game
lifestyle.
that I've not actually done the first mission yet.
Yes, I have.
Go figure.
I always try to label you. You know? Maniac, psycho.
friend, industry leader.
In some ways you defy categorization. But then,
What?
think about it.
Like, this game is one of those that actually has replay value because the campaign is, what, 30-ish hours long.
But why?
By the time you finish it, you've played for over a real world day.
Somewhere real and
And so the chances are you didn't do it all in one sitting.
real people.
So you'll have forgotten bits. You won't have caught bits.
Gentrified.
Then I'll fucking move.
Okay. What about the way you dress?
What about it? I don't give a shit what I wear.
No. If you don't give a shit, you wear clean
Strange.
clothes that fit. So yours are all a little out there, you know, a little wacky.
Whatever's in the shop is what I get. Jesus, what is
I don't care what I wear either.
Not an absence of taste, T. It's the opposite of taste.
You should be a stylist.
And then
Look at
there's
that,
the
though.
tattoos, the hair, the weird music, the funny toys, the niche drugs.
I mean, come on, niche. The niche drugs, not the niche.
The fuck are we
Niche isn't a word.
You,
Niche is like a niche for a little ant.
What?
you're a hipster. I hate classic hipster denial.
I
Trevor is a hipster.
whore. Hipsters, I eat them for fun.
Hipsters love saying they hate hipsters.
What I really fucking do.
Self-hatred, common hipster affliction.
Well, it'll be because I'm living out here away from the bean machines and the bankers.
You're gentrifying. Soon,
There
the
we
skinny
go.
jeans will show up, then the skinny lattes, and then the bankers. And you'll be somewhere
There we go. We
else.
have arrived.
The bus stops up here.
All right. How long does it take us to get out here from LS?
You know what I love about this? The fact that he assumes he's going to turn up at the exact same bus station. Like he knows what bus stop he's going to get off at.
I'm gonna break your fucking fingers. You don't knock that shit off.
Well, please, all right? You'd alleviate the boredom.
Ah, finally. Hey,
Hey.
Here he is.
paradise.
Woo!
Car's this way.
Okay, let's take a look at this bank.
That's right, Trevor. You sit in the back.
We'll go to the front of the bank, clock the entrance. If the paperwork's correct, the alarm will be a relic. We should be in an
Here we
hour
go.
where the local PD knows what's happening.
So this is actually quite a good place to pick up a playthrough of the campaign, really, isn't it? At the first heist, because all of the stuff's done. Like all the basic control stuff. All the...
That's the entrance to
What's
the
it
bank.
called?
Nothing special.
Tutorial.
Take us around back.
Okay.
All the tutorial stuff has been done. So you're now at a point of...
No one should pay attention to us back there.
I like it. Yeah, the place is remote. It's got the right amount of.
So now you're at the point of actually doing missions.
It's not ideal.
Oh, Mom.
It's gonna cost more to break that system than the score's gonna pay.
Well, then we're gonna have to find a new score.
No. No. This is the score.
Uh-huh.
What are our options?
It's a dumb idea, but we could trigger the alarm. See what kind of response they throw out.
Sure.
That is a dumb idea.
Hey, you heard the man, all right? Shoot the sucker.
Trevor, you're on that side of the car. I don't know why he couldn't have done it.
Okay.
There you go.
I brought my police scanner. Now drive over to the gas station opposite the bank, and we'll monitor chatter.
All right.
It's not going to look suspicious. 3 guys sat in a car at the gas station, not pumping gas.
Frequency, we have a code 30 Adam. Alarm going off at Blaine County Savings Bank.
Okay.
All cars in the area, please respond.
Polito cars 3, 6, 9, and 1 will be there in 50 seconds.
Roger that. 4 units. Back
Oh.
station is available.
They've dispatched 4 cars in 60 seconds and more on standby. And it isn't even 30 Victor or shots fired. Oh, this is a real headache.
Yeah, the guy in something.
40 seconds.
This is Polito Security. Any updates on the code 30 Adam? Backup ready to mobilize.
This is not normal. The response is out of proportion.
Yeah.
In this county are dirty. And the alarm just went off on their piggy bank.
I'll be here acting not suspicious.
This is them. What is that, a 67-second response time?
Yeah, 4 cars. More in the wings.
Bad cops, guarding dirty money.
Here we go.
Company, we can take this.
Yes, we can.
Leave it here. We'll see if anything about their routine suggests a weakness.
Oh, if only it'd like speed up this bit. And you can't skip it, that's what's annoying.
Polito car 3, we have a code 12, false alarm, possibly triggered intentionally.
Roger that. We're gonna set up checkpoints on the Great Ocean Highway and the Sonora
Possibly
Freeway.
triggered intentionally. What gave it away? The bullet hole in the side of your bloody thing?
Fuck this! I ain't getting caught because Lester needs a wheelchair.
Hey, wheelchair or not, we're still faster than your ass.
Well, I'm not gonna outrun a cop. We've gotta go.
We're going. And if we're in front of Trevor, he'll be the one running from the cops.
Yeah, we'll stick with Michael, I think. Even though I want to go on the bike.
I shouldn't have come. I should have known.
There we go.
Fine. We're gonna get out of here.
Trevor,
What gets me is,
of course this would turn into
it
a car
really
chase.
wouldn't have made a difference if we did get stopped at the
Not at
checkpoint though.
Look,
Because think about it, what are they going to do? Oh,
we're gonna be fine.
there you go, off you go.
Back to
Trevor's office? Get off the road up here. This must be Trevor's route through the mountains.
dirt track. Might get bumpy. When Trevor says office, he really means.
A burnout gas station by the Alamo Sea? I've seen the title of ownership, and judging by the glassware he ordered a year ago, I'm guessing it's a meth lab. A meth lab. Just perfect.
Laboratory don't do it justice. It's more of a shithole where meth is made.
Great. Nothing like a
There we go.
pharmaceutical
And
factory to
land,
perfect
spin.
pickup job.
Off we go.
Worry. It's gonna be fine.
That's how you do this job. Telling you. Trevor is just right behind me, bumping into the back, into the rear bumper, with his finger in the air.
Classification, minute-long relay interval, third-party verification, multiple monitoring
And go.
Sure, I can disable it, but it'll cost more than the job is worth.
I was hoping to put him into the wall then.
So, what do?
We walk away. It's not like we need the money.
There we go.
Looks like the road
That
takes
slowed
a
him
right
down.
turn after that bridge. Slow down.
About that.
You've been day trading?
There we go.
No, God no. I mean, yeah, I've been trading, but no, that's not why we
And
need-
spin.
Then why do you need the money?
And round. And U-turn.
This research laboratory on the coast. The IAA are
And
using
go.
it to manufacture
Go.
poison
Go.
gas.
Go.
They're gonna
Go.
release our
Come on, he's on a sports bike.
that the
He can't do dirt.
government their funding.
Well, that sounds
We have 4 wheels of traction. He has 2.
possible, but what's it got to do with you and Trevor sticking
Uh-oh.
with the Blaine County saving
Go,
law?
go, 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 go.
Steve Haynes
Come on.
needs $2
There we
million
go.
just to finance a raid on the lab. And guess who's doing the raid? And guess who's paying for it?
Ah, I see.
Yeah, well, I don't really see. But I'm doing
Ready
it.
for a jump.
It sounds like
And
Trevor would hit this
up,
bank with
down,
candy and a
off.
pat on the head. Now tell me, can we do it or do we move on?
Now, you can do it, but you can't do it clean.
How messy we talking?
Taking the cops head on messy.
Well, they are dirty cops.
That's what
I
Trevor
can
says.
I can take
So do you
cops
think
on
we can
head on. That's kind of what GTA is, right?
Trained like the LSPD.
GTA is just taking cops on head on.
Armed, well-drilled team coming straight for 'em.
I'm fairly sure.
We need an edge. Something to tip the odds in our favor.
I got a couple
Okay, here we go.
ideas.
All right.
Yeah, he's way back there now. This is a straight line. We've got this. We're good. We can make it. As long as Michael doesn't decide to shift gear halfway down the road again. And
Well, we got here
we win.
before the Lord of the Manor.
The man slows
Where is
me
it?
down. Always has.
Where is he? He was right behind us.
You so long.
That bit of scripting right there. The what took you so long? What took you so long? That is brilliance. Like 100%.
Set up a board over here.
Oh, Michael, man, your blood sugars are low. I'm making you some leftovers.
I'm fine, T.
It's
No, I'm the host, man. You know, I don't want
it
you
is
to
the
get hungry,
perfect
right? Then you're gonna be making the wrong
like
decisions.
response. If someone goes, "What took you so long?" you always reply with, "Yeah, what took you so long?"
Bon appetito.
Everyone does.
Jesus Christ, Trevor, what is that?
What's wrong with you? That's just a what?
It's a human response.
It's probably not.
So I think
It's
our
impressive.
little,
Okay,
you'll be
just crack
prepared.
on.
Convoys carrying military. Anyway, you won't be outside the bank too long. Please.
Okay, all I have to do is pick a crew. Okay, gunman.
McCreary? He was part of a well-known Liberty City
Yeah, he was.
stick-up crew. Small world.
I got a good feeling about
Yep.
him.
You sure this is the guy?
What is this it? I just get one dude. Well, yeah, of course, McCreary.
That should do.
I'll get the equipment together.
We need the look of the Irish on our side. Yeah. Okay, Trevor, enough throwing up. Let's go see if our Sultan's still outside. Oh. I don't know if that was the save, but I'm going to assume it was the correct save to save over. If not, then, you know.
Franklin, buddy, what's up?
Hey, look, there's these redneck dudes been looking for you, homie. Some angry motherfuckers. I found where they stay, man, and I've been following them.
Okay, well, it's gotta be the O'Neill brothers. What's left of them. I'll pick up Michael and we'll come to you.
T, hey, man.
Okay, I've just missed the turn off for my own house, but it's fine. I wonder if I can get Michael on the back of this thing. If we both just cruise along in this. On this, I should say. Come on. And into your own house. And start the mission.
Hey, Jimmy, it's your dad.
Onwards.
So what is Franklin doing for you anyway?
He's tailing some guys, Mikey. Tailing.
Alright, mate. How's it going? It has been a while.
If he's back in Sandy Shores, why didn't I hear about it? God damn it!
How have you been? We've been worried.
Fools know we own 'em now. That's right, Chop. We gonna fuck 'em up as soon as Trevor get here.
I really do miss this game.
Hey, man, me and Chop
Like I've just started playing online again.
north of Chumas.
Just like doing single player missions in GTA Online. Just because on PC especially, like the modders and the effectively cheaters on it are ridiculous.
Company chopper, yes, Michael, it's a tax write-off. Frank, you still there?
Yeah, I'm just about holding on to the road.
We're taking the chopper and we'll head you off. Deal with these business-stealing pricks on the road.
Hey, dog, can you, like, get on it?
Uh-huh.
Because these dudes is rolling hard.
We're 5 minutes out from the chopper.
All right.
Come on, come on.
Fucking hell! Help! Shit, shit, shit!
Oh, isn't this the one where we can spot Bigfoot? Oh, nice. Good choice, sir.
He yours, Chop. Let's do this shit.
8TB Ultra Star Western Digital. I like it. You can probably install GTA 5 and possibly one other game on that.
Nah, they gone. They ran into the fucking woods, man. I need air support like right fucking now.
Why is GTA 5 such a massive install? It's ridiculous. Like, it really is. And how, in all that time, have they only got to the end of the road?
Incoming? Man, you're all business.
Yeah, well, this is kind of important.
Here we go.
These men don't like me, and they know we're back in the Sandy Shore, so... Here she is, the Biz Alley. She ain't mine, she's the company's.
Uh-huh. The one that says... Yeah, that's the thing. I usually go with, like, the, what is it? The Barracuda Pro series from Seagate, or Ultra Star from Western Digital. Just Enterprise discs are always better, and they're usually rated for much longer cycles before errors. I can't remember the term that they actually use, but you know what I mean. Yeah, ever since I started messing with servers, I've always just sort of gone for sort of businessy enterprise class gear, just because I know what to expect with it as well. Yeah, that is another bonus. Especially with things based around data centers, so the Iron Wolf Pro drives from Seagate, they're very, very good drives.
That model's fitted with a thermal scope. Look for their heat signatures.
Whoops.
Check the river. They might be trying to float out of here.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's how you zoom.
And what are you doing out so late?
Oh, missed. There we go. That's better.
Moving target brought down. We got
The thing is, when did you buy the hard drives from Seagate? Because they were good, and then they turned to start using shingled discs. But they didn't actually make... They didn't make it known that they were using shingled drives. Which was like a shitty move. And a shingled drive does affect the performance. Yeah, I think that was around when they changed them on the... Oh, we got hit. Shame. Yeah, I think about 3 years ago is when they started to change to shingled drives, which, you know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I've got a Western Digital one in the streaming system as like a capacity drive. Where's Chop? There he is. Yeah, it's like my capacity drive. And so with it, when you turn the computer on, the drive doesn't automatically switch on. What it does is it waits for you to access the drive, or if you give it, you know, 20 minutes, it'll do it then, but... There you go, Chop. All yours. How about you don't? Yeah, it's sort of... It's one of those, though, because I use that one for... Because I use that computer for editing, I kind of want that drive to be on straight away. And I've checked the BIOS and stuff. Can't find anything, so... It is what it is. I was going to swap it out. Like, I've got my old Seagate one. Like, just sat there. Oh, nice. This one's a Western Digital one that's just sat here. That was going to go in, but I've decided I'll just accept it. Because what's the point in changing it? Oh, nice. Yeah, the good thing about external drives is you can just move your data so easily. And the write speeds you can get to externals now is just insane. I remember moving things to external drives using USB. Like USB 1. That took a while. But luckily, back then if you're moving something like a game, the developers actually took the time to remove bits of code and assets that weren't required. Which is why games were so small. Oh yeah. Well, if I'm copying between my internal SSDs on either of these systems, they do transfer at around 2 gigs a second, which is just crazy. Because I'm used to going at 120 megabytes per second, and that's it. Almost all my transfers are 120 megs a second. But very occasionally, I get the opportunity to move between 2 SSDs inside the same system, and it's amazing. Just to watch that bar go in Windows file transfer. It's It's a very rare thing, but when it happens... Oh, nice. What kind of raid setup are you using? Are you using a dedicated raid card, or like a PCIe card for it, or is it set up through Windows and software based? Oh, nice. That's good then. Yeah, raid does tend to add like a little bit of a penalty. But the thing is, like, how big are the files that you tend to transfer as well? Because obviously I'm working with 4K footage and proxy files and all that stuff, so my transfers tend to be like 200 plus gigs at a time. So it tends to have time to reach the peak speed and level out. Ah, well, yeah. That makes sense.
Go home, Chop.
I'm actually gonna set up a virtual machine soon on this system, just so that I can run Android on it. I've got some videos that I want to make with some of the Android games and stuff like that. Again, so that the YouTube isn't just highlights. There you go, police. Again, there you go, police. If you can't finish him off, then you don't deserve the badge. You say that, but look at PCIe. Look at the speeds you can achieve on that. I mean, we're getting close. Good enough. We're parked. We're getting close to those speeds already. Like when I installed the PCIe SSD in the editing system, so that Premiere would actually, you know, figure out the audio files quicker and all that stuff. The speeds with which it does that, it's doing it at 2 gigabytes a second, which compared to 100 megabytes, 2 gigabytes a second compared to 100 megabytes a second, which is a massive improvement, and that's inside a piece of software that isn't the most reliable, let's call it that. Because as we all know, Premiere Pro likes to be finicky. So if that can achieve 2 gig speeds while conforming video and stuff, like I'm blown away by it, honestly.
It's me, dog. Where we
We're at Enzo Benelli, mafia guy turned real estate developer. He's bullied.
And thank you. I knew there was an emulator somewhere. I knew someone would know that the emulator was called for Android. Yeah, I've got like a couple of video ideas for things on Android, like a couple of games. But I kind of want to do them as videos, not as streams. Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely be checking that one out. I'm fairly sure it's like the de facto standard, isn't it? Well, that's actually really lightweight as well. 500 meg. Oh, look, a man with a gun.
Man, sorry about that.
You shouldn't have come here, asshole.
Trying to get in the lift. There we go. Yeah, 500 megs for something nowadays is absolutely nothing. Anytime it wants to let me switch my weapon, that'd be great. I'm currently sat here. Thank you.
Just wanna get in my way? Where's Enzo? Where the fuck is he? I'll blaze all you fools if I have to. I'm putting you out of business, motherfuckers.
I don't even think it was 200 megs.
He's here. Get that punk.
If I'm honest, I'm fairly sure. Just jumping in my settings a second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't even think it was that big. I'm fairly sure it was under 100. I know for a fact that I think it was Opposing Force and Blue Shift were both incredibly small. Because when I went to install them, they were like, oh, this download is 100 megs. Well, the thing is, it's not... A lot of games now could be that small. Or... I was going to say, ad still is. A lot of games now could be that small. There's no reason for GTA to be 100 gigabyte install. Apart from developer laziness. If they removed extra code... Excuse me a second. If they removed extra code that wasn't needed, then, you know. And the thing is, games nowadays, even though they say they've got 4K textures, they're normally downscaled to start with, so they're actually shipping with stuff like 2K textures. It's just daft. There's no need for them to be this large, and the amount of compression added to textures and stuff in games. It is just developers being too lazy to bother.
Enzo's gonna have so much balls for this.
There he is. Damn, how many of these fuckers are there?
Exactly. And why? Why is it 150? The original Modern Warfare wasn't. Yet for some reason they seem to think a bigger file size is a better game, and it isn't. It's just heavier to run. It's heavier. It takes up more space. Takes longer to load. Like, it's a worse user experience. Because they can't be bothered to... Ah, bad shot. Because they can't be bothered to remove extra code that isn't necessary anymore. Oh, wow, I died. Exactly. This is how you can tell I'm not really paying much attention to the game. There you go. It's one of the issues I've had for quite a long time in this modern, like, game era. Of just... Whoops. I bet I couldn't do that again. Yeah, it's one of the issues I've had in this modern games era. That games are just getting ridiculously large. His parachute just... I didn't tell it to do that. I told him to open his parachute, and then it just went away.
Oh shit, there he is! Hope you can fly, motherfucker! It's a long way down!
Right. You need to go away. Where are you two? There we go. I think I'm now clear. Oh no, there's another one. Now we're clear. Exactly. Like, there is no need, and that's what annoys me. If there was a reason for it, I could accept it. But there's no reason for games to be as large as they are. Okay, do we try this again?
Screw this.
I'm going to wait until we're very close to the ground before I deploy it. That way, even if... Oh, that was too close. Oh yeah, but even so, that should be a case of... If it comes with the editor, then that's the only time it downloads, like, uncompressed files. The rest of the time, it should just come with the standard compressed files. Because let's face it, you aren't getting uncompressed files on the PS3, or the PS4, or the PS5. Like, you're just not. Game makers aren't gonna do it. Okay, let's see if you can survive this one.
Man, bad idea.
There we go. And we're down. Yeah, that's true.
Man, that shit went south.
I know. We better let this simmer now. Way too much heat. Very nice work, Franklin.
Crisis being only 5 gigs. And, I mean, the thing is, even Crisis still looks good. The original Half-Life still looks brilliant. You alright, SB? Yeah, I heard that. Is this because they've finally realised that everything can run Crysis now? And so they have to remaster it and go, well, can it run Crysis remastered? I think that's what they're doing. Oh, it has to be. It's not a true remaster if nobody can run it and it isn't making computers burst into flames. I also want another advertising campaign for it featuring newer NVIDIA SLI hardware like the original had. Because the original NVIDIA campaign was like a GTX 916 SLI. But I want like a modern version of that. Where the minimum spec is dual 2080 Ti's running in SLI. And you need like an AMD EPIC processor. Indeed, SP. Very much so. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it ran better on that than on the Intel Core 2 Extreme than, I don't know, a potato. But it definitely was not the minimum spec for that system, for that game. Guess we should. Oh, there we go. Isn't this the woman who we have to run around with? But let's face it, how long after Crysis released did hardware finally get to the point where it could run it smoothly enough for it to be a playable experience with everything cranked? And again, this just comes down to, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it one of the first games that Crytek actually made using the CryEngine? Because if it was, I have a feeling it may have been something more to do with poor optimization than immense graphical prowess. Because the game didn't look as amazing as everyone seems to think it did. So I have a feeling it may have just been that they didn't know how to optimize it. And with some optimization tweaks to the original Crysis, it would have run perfectly fine on the minimum spec hardware that they specified. It could run on a dual. Just, it didn't really run as nicely as people expected it to run on a dual core. Like, I was looking at the specs of the system that came back yesterday. Actually, that's a point. The system that came back after the immense eBay saga, that is a dual core system with a HD 7770 with 1 gigabyte of dedicated GRAM. Yes, I wonder if that can run Crysis. Because all that hardware is around the same era. Well, actually, the CPU is a lot newer. But it is a dual core with no hyperthreading. Yeah, there you go. I might try it at some point. Might be a nice little experiment. See if it can run Crysis. But I was sat there yesterday working out, like, the systems I've owned have really seen the progression in technology. So granted that dual core is a fairly new system. I bought it about a year and a half, 2 years ago. All the components for it. But minus the graphics card, of course. But there's actually a story about the graphics card as well. But yeah, I've sort of had dual core systems. I've had dual core systems with hyper-threading. I've had quad core systems. I've had quad core with hyper-threading. Hex cores. And now I'm on to an octo core with hyper-threading and whatever 12 is. Whatever 12 cores is. Octo plus 2. Deca plus 2. With hyper-threading, like, I've had a lot of different systems and a lot of different hardware. But the graphics card in the dual core system, and I only figured this out yesterday, but it makes sense as to why I loved that thing so much. So I was sat there scripting out a piece that's going to be going up at some point. Because as I've said before, I want the YouTube to have like a load of different things on there. I don't just want it to be game highlights from streams. I want it to have like other game highlights and stuff like that. She's going to be on the beach, isn't she? No. Yes. 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 Nailed it. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I want it to have other things. But I figured out yesterday that that graphics card is actually the first graphics card I ever bought as an upgrade. So the first system I built from components was an AMD APU based one. And the first upgrade I made was adding that very graphics card to it. And so it makes sense why I'm attached to it, and I'm kind of glad that that guy sent it back, because now it means I've got my original one that made me fall in love with modifying computers and stuff. Like, I am so happy about it. Oh. Oh, that's rough, Kai. How much is the tool going to cost you for it? Hopefully it doesn't cost that much. But then again, with it being an older board... Oh, that's not too bad. It could have been a lot worse. Yeah, they are funky looking things, aren't they? Don't you find like the pegs on them sort of look a little bit like spiders though in the way it hooks onto the chip? Like, I don't like spiders. I think I've made that clear. So anything that slightly reminds me of a spider, you know. He's not making this jump. He's not made it. We're short. Very short. Come on, up. Oh, damn it. How does she do that? Yeah, that'd be useful. But then again, it'd be too easy if it had. Having a flashback feature like that. Come on, we can catch her, we can catch her. What I don't like is one of the motherboards I've got. One of the motherboards I've got required a BIOS update to activate the USB BIOS flash-in feature. So I had to get a low-powered CPU, not my dual core, a different one, an AMD one. But I had to get a low-powered CPU to put in the motherboard to update the BIOS to allow me to update the BIOS via USB. To accept the new CPUs. Like, it was so ass backwards. But, you know, I got it done.
Great, you won.
Yeah, the fact that the old Asus stuff still, like, runs, and runs reliably, tells you exactly all you need to know, doesn't it?
Some loser. Fat, unmarried, career-driven loser.
Hey, girl, you better chill the fuck out.
Exactly. Exactly. They didn't add it until you updated the BIOS to add it. Like, clearly the hardware was in place for that already. Well, I don't know. Put it this way, it was terrifying. Because the board said it supported my CPU. It was actually this game system. So the board supports the CPU from quite an early revision of the BIOS. One that you'd expect it to ship with at this point in the life cycle of the board. Unfortunately, it didn't ship with that. And so I'm there, set up everything, and the CPU and the computer doesn't boot. No post or anything. Just like a CPU error on the little matrix display. I'm like, okay. Maybe it's just not like seated correctly. And obviously you can't check what BIOS version you're on if you can't get to the BIOS. Like, I couldn't see that we were on an early revision. So I ended up having to buy one of the cheapest CPUs I could find. Putting that on. And then I was finally able to see that we were on the BIOS revision. One before it. Such a piss take. That's why when I was building this system, it took me a little longer than normal to set up and get it running. But yeah, it was annoying, to put it lightly. But on the plus side, it works. On the plus side, it now works, and as you can see, it works. And we have a working computer. Yeah, it was one of those scary moments where you press the power button and nothing happens. And it's actually the first time I've ever had hardware issues when building a system. And I've built a lot of systems, but it was the first time I'd actually had it not post first time. So I have either been incredibly lucky or I'm just... The thing is, I like to check everything multiple times before I do anything. Oh, yes. That happened to me with the servers. But it turns out that's actually a normal thing. Because when you change the RAM configuration, it loads, checks the system RAM, and then restarts itself. And then actually boots you into the BIOS and does its full checks. Because servers are finicky like that.
Hey, over here! I just need a ride.
Not the car.
Hey, got room for one more?
I guess I do.
So, big favor.
Too close.
Can you take me to the
Vinewood Hill sign. Oh, this is where I beat up a boyfriend, isn't it?
Really? Thanks, this is so sweet of you. I was starting to think no one was going to stop. Short dress, boots, vulnerable but
Yes.
beautiful demeanor. What more does a girl have to do these days? You can't
Yeah, what servers tend to do is they'll run a full system check. So they'll fire up all of the fans in the system and run them at full speed
Take that right there.
and then ramp them back down
Too sure how to take
just to like check everything's running nicely. They'll check every single stick of RAM is correctly configured and in the right slot and in fully and all that stuff. They'll check the CPUs are actually detected.
I don't even remember getting out of bed, let alone going to
Like, they take my DL3 380 G7s,
Okay. And
which I used to use for editing.
find what he is.
They used to take
going to see my man.
roughly 5 to 10 minutes, depending on which spec it was,
Been stressed out, really
to run the entire
so I
boot up diagnostic stuff.
haven't seen each other for like a week.
And then
Maybe it's 2.
everything had settled down, it'd go
See how time flies.
quiet,
Wait, that's my phone. Speak of the devil. Hey,
because we all know servers aren't really the quietest things ever.
guy who was nice enough to give me a ride.
Having like 80mm fans
I'm pitching back
whirring round in a small chassis
last time, but I'm pretty sure this guy is
just
okay.
amplifies it.
I ran out of money or I would have gotten a cab. Yes, all the 1,000 you gave me, what's the big deal? I said I'd pay you back. I'm sorry, okay? My phone was out of juice.
But yeah, they do tend to ramp up and then calm down. But the thing is, they're designed to be used in like server rooms anyway, so
So, Brianna or Susie?
it makes sense that they're
I haven't
noisy.
spoken to him in weeks. This is just some random guy, I swear. Calm down, babe.
The thing is, I had mine under the desk. So,
Are you talking to me?
you know.
Tell him you're not a guy called Brian. And you're just some random guy.
Wait a minute, what?
Just shout it.
I'm just some random guy
Uh.
named Paul Bryan, man.
Go.
There, babe, you believe me now? Babe,
Come on, come on. Up the hill.
shit, he hung up on me.
You're a sultan.
Sorry about that.
You're gonna be a sultan RS soon. You can do this.
He'll be fine.
Over the ramp.
Surprising.
Yes.
Probably just having a bad day. He can never stay mad at me for long. Opposites attract, you know. He's the serious, responsible, pay
Okay.
the bills, save
At least we're on the right hill now.
I'm the sexy, bohemian, go out for days and do
That
everything in the
works.
middle of the desert type. I'm young. I'm still exploring my mind, discovering who I am.
So SP, remember that massive debacle on eBay?
Whoa there, random guy. Less of the judging. Wait, there's my phone again.
I've decided that it actually warrants its own video.
How do you think I feel? I'm wrecked. I know. I'll have one last bag etched on my
Not
tombstone.
to like
Don't flex.
point fingers and be like,
I can walk just
look at this
fine.
guy, isn't he a dick?
You're
But also that.
Anyway, gotta go.
But also to point out the flaws in eBay's like policies and systems,
Bryan, right?
which allow something like that to happen.
Just one of my girlfriends.
Where I'm out
I'm seriously
like
glad
£20
I'm going to rest my eyes for a few
on
minutes
shipping a
before
system to
I
Somerset
can
from
power nap my
Manchester
way into a
and
second
back.
wind. So, broadcast
all because a person didn't want the system at the end.
Just holler when we get there. Yes, and there he is. Hey, babe! Surprise!
And who's this guy?
What, no kiss?
Hey, punk, what the hell do you think you're doing with
Look at this guy. Bloody 10 men.
Calm down, I don't even know the guy.
Boom, boom.
What have you done to him, you psychopath?
Indeed.
No way.
Are you just gonna walk away from him? Oh, I got her in the head. That was a good shot. Let's make sure he's dead. And we jump in the car and drive away. She called me a psychopath. I think that was very mean. I'm just saying. I'm clearly not a psychopath. I'm clearly a little bit of a psychopath. Uh-oh. Come on, wheels. There you go. I love the vehicle aftertouch in this. They've done so well. Come on, wheels, wheels. Like, it's the only aftertouch system I've actually felt that feels nice to use. Yeah, so the next upgrade for this system is going to have to be like a 2080 Ti at some point. So if anyone has any leads on like a very cheap 2080 Ti, please let me know. Because, like, it's required. The cheapest I can find is about £950. And that's on a link from Nvidia's own website. Oh. Now I can actually modify my car. But yeah, I found a link on Nvidia's own website where it lists all the buying options. And one of them is £950-ish. I think it's a pallet or a something like that.
You got some beef with the ballers or something?
Time to turn this into a Subaru. Right, the only one with a scoop is carbon. Oh, nice. Why is this wire starting to fall off me? That's awesome. You'll be back on them soon. Does anyone need to ask what colour this car's going? It's the best blue, isn't it? Hello, racing blue. No, we'll stick with just blue. Okay, secondaries. I hate the way it does the roof as well. That bugs me. I love where you can't see the sun strip because it's at the front.
If that car was a woman, I'd kiss her.
I hate that bit as well. The fact that it does the boot. Like, just no.
Picture perfect suspension.
Love how beat up Franklin looks in the car. Which ones did I go with? I think they're in tuner. Yeah, there you go. The Rally Master ones. And they need to be in orange. I mean, the yellow does work, but... There you go. Don't really care about tire smoke. Windows. That. Okay, there you go. That is our Subaru in SWRT livery. What I'm going to do though is that secondary colour. I'm actually going to change for some brushed black steel. There you go. Now that is a car. Right there. I love it. Hey look, we're close to a mission marker. Is this that guy who wants the UFO parts? Let's find out. That's another thing, Kyle. The other day, we played all the way through Opposing Force. I used a couple of console commands just because I actually wanted to get the full game completed in that one stream. But for the most part, it was played properly.
Log 8-9-Zeta-3X.
Nice, go for it, mate.
Wait! Stop! What's the problem, home? Wait.
Feel like we went all the way through Opposing Force. I'm going to do the same with Blue Shift as well soon. Got to edit the highlights for Opposing Force first, but you know.
Slightly excessive adipose tissue. Resuming data scan.
What a freak.
I know, the remakes are going to be so good. But I decided what I'd do is I'd actually finish off playing through the first Half-Life series, then I can jump into Half-Life 2 and go through that as well. And hopefully by the time we reach the end, there'll be a bunch more stuff released. So I'm hoping for the fan remakes, well, not remakes because it was never made, but the fan mod versions of the Episode 3 potential story. I'm going to hope that they're released by the time we finish playing through Episode 2. Also going to, hopefully, have that Blue Shift and Opposing Force remake done as well. And then we can go back and visit them. But yeah, the plan is to play through all of the Half-Life games to date, including things like, so the Half-Life 2 version we'll play is Half-Life 2 Update. There's Year-Long Alarm that comes between Half-Life 2 and Episode 1, I think, or between Episode 1 and 2. So we're going to add that in there as well. I'm going to put Lost Coast back where it should be. Oh no, don't worry, Half-Life is done. Like, original story of Half-Life is done. That's what Black Mesa was. Now it's just the expansions that we're playing. In all fairness, though, Half-Life Source is actually the only Half-Life game. Actually, it's the only Valve game that I don't have from the Valve Complete Collection in my Steam library. It keeps on telling me to finish my collection, and it's just that one game. Oh no, sorry, that and Day of Defeat Source are the only two games in the Complete Collection that I don't have. So I'm kind of tempted to buy them just to complete it. And it was. Have you checked the highlights on YouTube for that last Black Mesa stream? And the Black Mesa Zen highlights? Because I split them up into two separate ones. Should check them out at some point. Because what I did was I split it so that it ended just as we were about to go to Zen. And then I released a second set of highlights a few weeks later, which were just the Zen levels. You know, to sort of do it justice and sort of give it some like grandiose occasion. I ended it where we ended the stream because I don't want to sort of ruin the ending. I want people to still have a reason to play all the way through to the end. And we're only 2 chapters from the end where we finished the stream, so it's close enough. I've just passed that. Oh, this is the dog, isn't it? Yeah, we finished the stream and we were 2 chapters from the end, so I thought that was a nice place to let people find out for themselves from. It's enough of the game left to play that still makes it worth playing. Oh yeah. Like, it is great. I tried to keep as many vistas in the highlights as possible while also keeping the pacing up in them. But I also had to make sure that the highlights were in 4K for that, because it deserves 4K highlights. But yeah, I think you'll enjoy them. And like, take a look at the other ones as well. Another thing that you might not know yet, I've updated all of the YouTube stuff, so the full streams now go on their own YouTube channel. So when people subscribe, it actually just is highlights and standard videos that have been made, instead of having your inbox spammed with, oh, we just uploaded a video and it's like a 3-hour stream that no one wants to sit through at the minute on YouTube. But yeah, like, that's the thing that happened. It's not just me who wants to punch this guy constantly, is it? Like, that's not just me.
Here comes my pilot. Let's next level this shit. Yo, Jeff! You want to take a bit longer next time, dude?
Fuck, I gotta learn how to say no.
Nice, all good SP. Have you noticed how his pilot's clothes are actually LSPD clothing? True story. Oh, the returned one. So what ended up happening is, after all of that stuff, I've decided that it's actually going to have its own video made about it. And in the same way that I was saying, I want the YouTube to have more than just game highlights. Because I want it to have more than just game highlights. I decided that that's a good place, and it's not just to be like a dick and go, hey, look at this guy, isn't he an ass? It's more to be like, this is a problem that is within eBay's policies themselves. And sort of point out the issue and to be like, look, if you're selling on eBay, be aware that this is the kind of stuff that you're going to encounter.
This shit is insane.
And that, my friends, is how you do that. But it's more to point that out and be like, this is a thing that happens. Where is he? There he is. Jesus. But also to be like, look at this guy, isn't he an idiot? Because clearly he just didn't want the system. Like, the system is running right now. It's what I'm reading the chat off. It's what I wrote the entire script for the episode on. Just because I find it funny that the computer that he says doesn't work is the one that I wrote the entire episode based around the interaction with him on. Like, it just seems like some nice symmetry right there. If it doesn't work well enough for him, but it works well enough for me to write that. So basically, Kai, what happened was I sold a system, the dual core with that HD 7770 in, to a guy who wanted his kid to be able to play Minecraft and stop nagging to play it. And he decided after a week and a half that the system didn't work, after he'd added like 3 terabytes of SSDs in RAID, according to him, which either means that the computer was working well enough for him to enable RAID in Windows and it be software based, or he added additional hardware to the system, meaning he modified it, which you're not going to do on a system that doesn't work. So after a week and a half he decides that it doesn't work and he wants to return it, and he still can't tell me what the issues are with the system. And I've been using it every day since it came back. And it's completely fine. It's exactly how I shipped it. So yeah. I've decided I'm keeping the system. But also that it deserves, like, pointing out that eBay's buyer protection is nice, but as a seller, you don't really get the same feeling of protection from it.
Let's crank this up a notch. All I'm seeing is a semi, buddy, and I want a hard on. Yo, you're gonna gravity check, buddy.
Oh, look at that on the last corner. But yeah, it was one of those situations where, like, the back and forth between us was sort of just so weird and ridiculous and didn't make much sense to me.
Listen, meet me by the airport when you're grown up here, all right?
Let me just So here is like a little excerpt from some of the things that he said. Let's have a look. I'm trying not to like give too many spoilers for it. I'm just skimming through the script, which is 5 pages. So he says, like, it is what it is. I have to find a way to resolve it. Got 3 terabytes of SSD in RAID format now with some additional SATA cables. So I will bore the holes to fit slightly bigger screws in. Should hold it in place. Thanks again. So everything's amicable there. So I'm just going to read this. This seemed to be an all is fine message, and he seemed happy enough. To get 3 terabytes of SSDs configured in RAID on the system would have required the system to be working properly though. You aren't going to mess around with configuring RAID for the system if the system isn't functional to start with, especially since the RAID would have either had to be software based or via an extra PCIe card, since the motherboard itself doesn't support RAID. Either way, I left it at that and went about my business, and for the next few days all seemed well in the world. The birds were chirping, the dogs were barking, and the rain kept the flies away so I could keep the windows open all night. It wasn't until July 20th when I heard from the buyer again, only this time it was in the form of a return request. No message preceding it, no warnings, just boom, return request. The issue with this is that when a return request is opened on eBay, PayPal will drop your account into the negative by whatever the full potential refund amount is. In this case, £95, meaning that you effectively can't use your PayPal account for anything at all until you add the full amount from your bank account back to bring it back to zero. I'm reading it and I still messed up. And things didn't get much better when I read the details about the return. On eBay, I don't accept returns. This means that if a buyer changes their mind about a purchase, I don't have to take it back, even though I still tend to. But anything like arrived damaged or incorrect information in the listing is still valid for a refund or return. The reason the buyer listed was arrived damaged. This is the system that had been modified and set up a RAID array on, correct? A RAID array powered by a 400 watt PSU. A power supply that is pretty much rated for the components in the system and nothing more, right? Okay then, sure it is. His message didn't help matters. And I'm not telling you what that message was. Because I actually like that message that he sent. It's so passive aggressive. The message that he sent. But yeah, there you go. That's a small taster of the script. That was written, by the way, between the hours of 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Yes, this morning. On the very system that he said didn't work at all and was completely unusable, and the CPU didn't work, the graphics card didn't work, it dropped out every 2 minutes. I used it for 6 hours. Because there was like 2 hours of collating all of the messages that were sent as well. like it makes no sense. Just, I don't know why he fell over. Like, just, if you don't want the system, just tell me. If he'd have said, I've changed my mind, I've found a cheaper system with better specs, or something like that, or I've changed my mind, the kid's being a little shit and he doesn't deserve a computer now. Like, I'd have been completely fine with it. But it was the fact he said it arrived damaged, and then was so evasive with everything that was said afterwards, that just wound me up to the point where I'm like, you know what, this actually warrants it. This warrants what is potentially seen as a petty sort of response from me. But like, everything I said in messages to him was, you know, all polite and stuff like that. I was never a dick to him or anything. And the only messages that I can't quote directly are, during the return process on eBay, it'll open a return case type thing. Now, that's the place where you'd think all of your messages would be saved for future reference, right? On the return request forms. They don't save it. So I have copies of all of his replies through that, but I don't have copies of my, like, messages to him through it. I mean, luckily you can see what I've written through his replies. And by that point in the video, you'll sort of have an idea of how I'm speaking and replying to him. So, you know I'm not calling him a dick. And going, what you on about, mate? Mate, you really fucking think that I'd sell you a fake fucking computer, mate? You must be fucking joking, yeah? Like, you know I'm not doing that. I'm actually doing the yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir thing. That little excerpt then from it was from, like, page 3, I think. Page 3 or 4. I have to rewrite a full paragraph because I didn't know I could still see his messages in the return window. Or from the return window. Luckily, eBay sends you a copy of the message when you receive it into your inbox. So like I said, I can see his responses, which I didn't know I could. So I can actually add quotes in that he actually said. And I've also kept everything anonymous, you know. I'm not a douche. Like, I've not put his name in. I've not put any, like, personal details in. Or even any message IDs or anything like that. I didn't even mention the company that he bought his other computer from and told over me to. Which, if you want to know that, you'll have to, you know, watch the video when it comes out. How much was the drive? 8 terabytes, I'm guessing, you know, it was a fair bit. Oh, nice. That's actually very reasonable. 190 for 8 terabytes is nothing, really. If I ever get any money, I might actually copy you on that one. Although my actual plan is to buy a 12 terabyte Iron Wolf Pro drive. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely worth the money. And for just shy of 200 quid, like, you can't go wrong with it. But yeah, I'm actually going to get a 12 terabyte Iron Wolf Pro drive. Just because I need to replace all of the drives that are in the vault. And combined, all 5 drives in the vault come to 12 terabytes. And obviously I've not filled them all yet, so the overhead for formatting is still completely acceptable. But it'll give me a proper, actual NAS drive for storing data. And I could move everything off the vault and free that up. So I could use that for just the projects that are, like, currently in progress. I think that'd work. But obviously it's a case of cost. And currently I don't have the money for that sort of thing. So, it's on the back burner. You know what I've just realised? We don't have that Subaru I customised. Sorry, that Sultan I customised. We lost that when we jumped out of a bloody plane with that stupid idiot. Oh, go on, roll over. Thank you. This is how cars work. It's one of them. What I tend to do with new drives is I'll put not necessarily my most important data on it for like a month first. I'll use it as a regular drive for a while. And then after a month, when it's proved that I can trust it and it's reliable, that's when I'll start adding more data to it. Obviously that goes out of the window if you're buying it like I've had to buy a couple of drives lately to add storage because I've filled other drives. Like I have no choice at that point but to use them straight out. But yeah, I tend to try and give everything like a little trial period.
Hey, there he is!
Just to make sure everything's working right.
Man, what the fuck are we doing here? Nothing.
And it's less traumatic having to send something back if it's not got all of your data on.
Those Midwestern ladies that I get to meet online. Let's pretend for a second that you're not so much of a pussy and vamos as my cleaning lady.
Let's roll!
Okay.
Let's roll where?
Catch you on the flip side, buddy! Yo, you see that? Half the airport's on the Dominator's payroll today. Better bond fast with that beauty, cause you two are going tandem.
I didn't bring my idiot translator. What the fuck are you talking about?
You're driving that hunk of metal and gasoline out of a cargo plane!
I'm doing fucking what?
We're spirit brothers, homie! Two sides, one coin!
Move. Oh, come on. Well, that's rude. If he wants me to join him, why did he push me under the tail of a bloody cargo plane? Not happy. Not happy with him.
Let's roll!
Let's roll where?
Catch you on the flip side, buddy! Yo, you see that? Half the airport's on the Dominator's payroll today. Better bond fast with that beauty, cause you two are going tandem.
I didn't bring my idiot translator. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right, I'm going to try and get a wider run round to line up properly
I'm doing fucking what?
and see if I can beat him.
Man, I must be crazier than you are.
There we go. I just drove an ATV into his spine.
We got lift up.
That's what he deserves.
Come on, let's fucking do this! Mangle these bad boys!
Can I get off? Oh, I wanted to climb up there. I love the map. Here we go.
Let's do some barrel rolls, man!
Oh shit!
This is not the
Come on.
biggest hard-on ever! Woo! Ride that Bronco,
Where's that? Right down there.
rain power roll! Half pike with leaping frog!
Boom. That'll do for me.
Man, I had to ditch the fucking bike. That shit was way too intense.
Oh, come on! That's female, dude! Boobies!
Yeah, I can see you being a real hit with the ladies, homie.
Dude, you have no idea. You should see me online. Like flies on a turd, bro.
Man, you said it, not me.
Ah, near enough. We fell our way into a cutscene. Okay. We're slowly running out of missions to do here. We're gonna have to switch to Trevor for a bit. Maybe get some of these strangers and freaks done. Hey, you did this the other day. This is how he woke up the first time I loaded it on this computer after the reformat.
Why does Crystal turn me into an outdoorsman?
Oh, right. Okay. This way. I'm gonna do what those idiots do, you know, drive into the sea and stuff. Just like, the GPS said to go down the hill. So I go down the hill, yes? GPS says the target is over here, so this is the way we're going. How did he get that much air from that? Come on. We're gonna make it. No. I was gonna go for a front row, but we'll wait for the next hill for that one. Don't really want to break his neck just yet. Oh, that'd have been prime for it. Come on. Although I'm here trying to catch up to a military convoy on a bicycle. Oh. I thought that was like a weird wall thing then. I was very confused. That annoys me. The fact that down on the D-pad and like X or A is the shortcut for recording. Because when you're on a bike, you want to know just whereabouts things are. So you tap down to open up the map. Oh, excellent. It's coming this way. You tap down on the D-pad, but you're also tapping X to pedal. It bugs me. See, I'm back to my old self. Pointing out everything that's wrong with the game. It's too big. The shortcut for recording's stupid. The soundtrack on this is awful as well. The soundtrack started to get questionable at San Andreas. Anything post San Andreas is just meh. Okay, this convoy. I need it, don't I? I think this. Let's try and get that car behind them. Nope. Nope, too far. There we go. I can see her, man. Hello, I can see you too. There we go. That's how you do that. And in we get. That was also a good place to take it, really. It's probably the closest it gets to the meth lab. I do like the curtain at the back. That canvas is very nice. The way it flaps around. I wouldn't say it was accurate, but it's nice that it's there. It's a nice touch. Because Because they didn't have to include that. It could have been fixed in place. But it's nice that it isn't. I appreciate that. Also, you may notice that I've not actually moaned about the handling in this game. That's because Rockstar know how to make handling that you can just drop in and play with. Like, it doesn't have a learning curve to it, it's just familiar. There we go. That was difficult.
We did it.
Oh. Okay. So I'm assuming then I was meant to, like, stick sticky bombs to the side of the two trucks that were escorting him and do all that shit. Instead, I just blew them up.
Lester the molester, bro. We got ourselves some military hardware. It's parked out back in my office.
All right, we might be ready to move on this thing. Meet me up in the lab.
Meet you up in the lab? Okay. I had to go far for that one, didn't I? Here we go. And it's a double right turn. There we go. Let's get this score done, man.
It's not inappropriate. It's another one of your fucking disasters.
There he is.
That's what it is.
There's McCreary.
Gets my advice, and then you start some kind of
Where's Nico when you need him?
romance with her. Are you nuts? She's a 60-year-old housewife.
Wow, she's 57. And she thinks that I'm mature.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. 30 years of marriage.
Let's get this done. Paleto Bay.
Here we go. Why do I have to drive this?
You ever hit a bank before, Franklin?
Yeah, I was the driver on the job my boy Lamar.
Oh god.
Guess it's the same kind of shit we doing now, right?
Nice, bro. What was the take?
Shit, I don't know, man. I can't remember.
Come on. Everyone remembers their first score.
Okay, I can see a bike. These guys have to be hit by the van.
Mikey, bro, what was your first bank score?
Oh, he cleared it. Well done.
Outskirts of Carcer City. Took a small franchise.
Oh look, Carcer City.
Yeah, things were easier back then.
Yeah, 25 years ago. Jesus! You, generic goon. What was your first bank score?
You know what? My first job ain't that interesting. I think I was spotting for my brother's scores in junior high. What is interesting is my biggest job. The Bank of Liberty City.
Ah, shit. Yeah.
Yep.
I heard you were part of the crew that took that down.
I ran the crew. It was me, my brother Derek, God rest his soul, my pal Michael, God rest his soul, and another boy, Nico, who's probably dead too.
They're all dead.
Yeah.
Jinxed, huh?
All I know is I live to tell the tale.
Yeah, okay, so he was running the crew.
I take down the hero who did it, then we blow the vault, take the money, and meet
Really?
half the LCPD coming out. The cops are outside, they're in the street, down the alleys, they're in the subway.
I do enjoy his take on this.
Shooting, moving and shooting. Climbed out the subway, found a car, and we were away.
Sounds like you were the right guy to bring along on this.
Yep.
Just hope we ain't jinxed as well.
Yeah.
Sure, kid.
I told you I don't remember the details, man.
Leave him alone, Trevor.
This is an important moment, Michael. Here we are, on our way to almost.
See, the dialogue in GTA just sort of works. There are questionable moments within it, yes. But, you know, as a whole, it's well written.
And he don't trust me with the details of his first bank job.
Well, how about you? Why don't you share with the group? I'm here. I'll back the facts.
The checks cash place. I went in, took him for $8 grand, walked out.
It was a bit more complicated than that, though, wasn't it, T?
And games like this are exactly why I have subtitles on as well, on streams, and just in general.
You did 6 months.
Maybe I was out in 4, and that, children, is why we don't leave witnesses.
That, children, is why you don't rob people that you know.
Ah. Franklin, share
Yeah, come on, kid. It can't be worse than Trevor's.
All right, man, shit.
Well, we're already here, so.
The score was like 2 stacks, man.
All right, Frank. We're gonna drop you up here, okay? When you hear it kick off, get ready because we're gonna want to go ASAP.
Hey, that was good. I didn't hit any of the barriers then.
I'll do it.
I'm proud of myself. There you go.
All right, you know where you gotta be?
Go.
I got it down.
I'll bring a die pack just for you.
Ah, Trevor. Trevor. A pleasant nut job.
I could use a restroom break.
And risk getting ID'd. You're an idiot. All right, we all good? Let's hit him.
Yeah, let's hit him. Because it goes real well.
I'm ready. Let's go.
I like the way they open doors for me.
Shares in this bank? You don't gotta worry.
Today's going one of 2 ways, friends. Everyone on the floor. Now.
God, open the door into me then.
Out from behind the counter. That's it.
My turn.
Em, keep an eye on our trusted employee.
Okay, you got the crowd. Cops should be here soon, so keep an eye out. The door should be ready.
Down.
Come over.
Ah.
Take it, Em.
Stay down.
That's right, everyone stay down. We're going in the vault. Possibly.
If I ever meet this alarm guy, I'll fucking shoot him.
There we go, 1.5 mil. 2 mil. 2.5.
We got hostages.
As if these guys need the money.
Tell the sheriff the 211 is confirmed. We're gonna need everything we got down here.
I like the way he just leaves his bag next to those people.
There's other ways of beating it.
How are they still making money? There you go, 8 million.
Back the fuck off next time.
Everybody die. We have death for everyone.
That's what we need. More heat. We can deal with these guys. We're fine down the road.
Do.
They got eyes in the sky. Heat down the bird.
Where is it? There it is.
And the price of gas keeps on rising.
Collateral damage, G.
I got a minigun, you humorless prick.
Oh wait, this really? We've already blown that up. And I like the way you can actually run with the minigun in this mission.
We aren't getting out on the water. Heat, boys, look out. We're not going through this, not with 50 pounds of gear. Blast it. Take down the fence, bro. By the pool. Here we go, boys. Bring the
We're already killing the ones by the pool. Oh, bring the fence down. Oh, you've already done it. I like the way they just tell you to do things and then they just go on and do it anyway.
This is here real and emotional. Plow through it.
There you go. That was difficult.
Frank, we need another escape route. Can you find a vehicle? Oh, they might stand up to gunfire. There's some construction around the way. Keep behind the car. We gotta push through this roadblock.
There you go. That's how you do that. And one more there. Do. If I can just blow this up. Nothing that way.
Make a path. Keep pushing.
God, it was stood in just the right place, wasn't it? And boom. There we go.
Taking this score to buy one of them unwieldy motherfuckers.
I mean, we could just, like, steal it now.
Won't be playing. Hey, hey.
I'm just saying.
Right along.
That way he's being shot from the side that he's not looking at. God bless in-engine cutscenes, eh?
They got the army on us. You think dirty cops paid off the military?
I'm not your enemy, soldier.
More army? This is why our defense spending is as much as the rest of the world combined.
Oh, there we go.
It's a bank job. You're being
There's only 2 left alive.
Shit! We gotta move! Come on! We should split them up! I'll go over here and cause some trouble. You get back to Frank. When you're together, try and draw!
Good thinking, Packy. Hey, we're lucky to have someone with your experience on the team.
Okay, I guess I have to be Franklin, don't I?
Sit tight, man. Alright, this is it, man.
Here we go.
I ain't dead yet. I'm on my way.
Do 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 do. Just taking my bulldozer for a. Oh. Oh yeah, you guys don't like me because for some reason you think I'm part of this job. I'm just a construction worker going to the other site. Why can't they see that? See, good thing though. At least in this, when you hit people with the scoop, unlike Watch Dogs, it actually does damage. Nearly, I'm just stuck on a bloody car. Come on. Oh, there's a tank to my left. There we go.
Who else will be fucking this up? Listen to the shoot.
Stop saying where am I at. You know where I am.
Oh, over here.
There we go. We're here. And now we go to that factory thing, don't we, near the train line, and then we jump on a train. Which for some reason they don't see as an escape. I love the way that them two are going to stand there and take offense to the face.
Hey, quite a disturbance you causing. Oh, shit.
And I can't lift the scoop either. You'd lift them up, wouldn't you?
Hey, hold on. We ain't going through here.
Here we go.
Shit. That's that tank that flew over us. We gotta
Well, where's the tank that was behind us? There's now 2 tanks here.
get that train. Holy Jesus. They're all over us.
They might be all over us, but we're better than them.
You're in the way.
Oh, you lucky little bastard. There you go. Now he's dead.
We shooting our way out of here. Come on, through the way.
You see that guy just like casually walking past.
Use me as cover, Frank. You don't want to get out front.
Don't worry about me. Just keep moving. I should have
I can see you.
Come on, come on.
died, you prick.
Come on.
Fuck off already.
Show me your face. That'll do. Just gonna reload.
Hold them down.
There we go.
Hold it on, F. I'm cool.
Okay, where we going?
Just fuck off already.
The tank
Come on.
pushed us into a chicken factory.
How many dudes they got in this private army?
How you doing back
Boom.
there, Frank?
Is this guy still alive over here?
Man, go. There's even more.
No. Okay. Just had to make sure.
That ain't even fair.
What isn't fair is the fact you keep on running in front of me.
Who else will be fucking this up?
Boom.
It was
More shots. I love how they just fall, like.
Be this annoying. Come on. Hey man, these guys are every fucking where.
There we go. Hallway clear.
could be
Probably.
the only way out of here. Hey, Frank, you good?
I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Hey, there's a bunch of pricks heading your way. I'll see what I can do to them.
Any help we can get? There's some guys coming our way. Packy's trying to hold them. Might give us a chance to hit the train. The platform. Let's go.
Yeah, I want to know how he gets out.
The army can't handle them. They're going back.
Hey, you done good, P. Slip out of town. Call Lester about your cut. The crazy Irishman's giving us a chance. Let's catch that train.
Hey, they coming from the end of the warehouse.
Yeah, this is the best bit as well. We're on a train platform. with a train coming.
It's our only shot.
Sounds about right, yeah? We clearly have military in front of us, and they don't care. They don't think to follow the train. That really slow-moving, very heavy thing that's very visible. Idiots.
Let's go. Yo, easy, easy. I'm a friendly. Agent Sanchez.
Uh-huh.
Very own corrupt G-man in training. You gotta be careful.
I still think we should just, like, shot him in the face. Okay, what's our take? 400? I can live with that. I wish it was real. Like, that'd be nice. Okay, I'm feeling this mission, and then that'll be it, I think. Yeah, we're at 6 o'clock, and I'm very hungry, so we'll do this one, then we'll call it. Okay.
Get a boat and meet me under
Yeah, get a boat.
I'll be on the earpiece.
Onwards. So yeah. What was I gonna say then?
That's about the size of it. Make it a
So I actually have quite a few of the games for next month all lined up. I know what I'm gonna play. So instead of these situations where I find myself sat there wondering what to play, I'm going to be at the stage of knowing what's coming up that week, what to get installed, what to have sorted, ready, what mods I'll need to install. So like Fallout and Skyrim are both on the list, and both of them need mods.
And here she is, the magical train. Chugga, 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 chugga.
Uh-oh.
Chugga, 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 chugga. Mike, oh yeah, another thing for your shopping list. We'll need some bombs.
Come on.
I'll pick him up when I'm back at the trailer.
Back in the
Okay. Okay, I see how this is.
trailer. Where are you? We got work to do.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm getting changed.
Wow, whoa, whoa, getting changed. What have you turned into?
Okay. Now where's that train gone? That train has now disappeared. And I don't think we're getting the better than CJ achievement on this one. Are we gonna make it? No. But we're gonna friggin' try. Nope. Okay. That didn't work. Okay. Yes! There you go. We did it. Come on. Come on. Keep on going, keep on going. He's not forgetting his speed up anymore. He lost his speed on a single big bump, and now every single one is just gonna buck him. I'm also having to adjust the weight on the bike so that the rear tire actually no. I was having to adjust the weight so that he kept on like hitting with the rear tire. Please start me on top of the train. Good. Hey, look, he's got a helmet on this time. Here we go. This is more like it. When he keeps his speed up, he's alright. Here we go. I win. Okay. Don't we get to drive the train now? Ain't that a thing? We get to relive our San Andreas days.
Howdy. There's a new conductor on this train. You on the water?
Sure,
I like the way one of the first things I noticed in the original trailer for this was that on the side of the train, it's actually the release date of San Andreas. Is the train number.
I ain't far out. You under the bridge?
Approaching the inlet now.
Here we go. Come on. Almost there. Oh, great. Now we have to go and do boat things. Hooray. So next time we play GTA 5, I'm actually going to have the menu mod installed so we can, you know, mess around a lot more.
How you doing?
I'm living the life, my friend. This is quite a spot you picked.
Enjoy it now, because it's about to start raining fire.
Boom. Here we go. And off it falls. Yep, that's how, I'm fairly sure that's how that'd happen. That's how that'd work.
There's in that orange car. Plant the bomb on the doors, blow 'em.
Have a few too many weapons, I think. There it is.
Now, if I was a speed-free cannibal, what would I blow up a train to steal?
Don't be smart. Find the loot, or
There we go. We're good.
It's about fucking time.
I like the way he gets in. Why can't I go in?
salvage operation in here.
And why isn't that one falling off? The pins holding that container to it would not
Here, bro.
at all be strong enough. They just wouldn't. There we go. All dead.
The more guys I gotta kill.
If I wasn't looking over my shoulder for Merryweather guys,
Elo.
it'd be easier.
Oh, there we go. They all jumped out. That's what happened. There we go.
Find something, Mike. Find something.
Boom.
Keep me covered. This takes time.
They got shooters on the track.
You still got that
Oh, there it goes.
rifle?
Boom.
Shooters with it before they find me.
No
I could
more
do that.
snipers.
Or
You can come out as soon as you find something.
I could just do that. Like,
You beating off in there? Move it.
Hey, you sure about this cargo, man? I gotta keep looking.
They're parachuting in now. You're taking too long, pork chop.
There's a lot of boxes to open, man.
are they down? Can they come a little closer? Anytime.
It can't be this hard to find treasure in the magic
There's one.
train.
Come on.
I'll find something when I find something. Hold 'em off.
Oh yeah, he's actually dead.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Or at least he's about to be.
Come on.
Oh, all the way, all the way. Go on. Boom. Good.
All aboard. Come on, let's go.
I got him on a press triangle and then he just ran around.
Downriver. Them and us.
Yeah, I'd like to be Michael in this and drive the boat, please. Sorry, pilot the boat.
We got boats on us.
There we go. For shooting while the AI drives is just a horrendous situation.
Nature. You're right. It's a beautiful thing.
There's nothing natural about this. Nada.
There we go.
T, she's yours.
I forgot to say. Nice
You see?
outfit. And by nice, I mean lame.
I know how to pilot boats down rivers. I'll say that and yep, there you go. I was gonna say
You feeling alive?
I'll end up just being like
Open through
ridiculously bad. Come on. Why is it every time I say, oh, I'm doing good, that's when we frig up? Sod's law. Telling you. Uh-oh. Maybe I should just, like, not look at chat when I'm doing things like this as well. Maybe I should just not do that. But then again, where's the fun? Where would the fun be? Go.
Whoa, man, you work hard for your living. Boil it down for me. How much you think you make for a senseless killing, huh? Couple nickels?
Times are tough.
This works.
Have been since we put you in the ground.
Hey, you had your savings.
Transport's taken care of. Ron's dependable, you see.
Z. Go to the vehicles. I know which one I want.
Oh, his and hers, huh?
Because of your independent spirit.
Stop going towards the bug. Ugh. Okay. Right, we'll head back to his trailer. Get him to save it. Oh, we didn't get better than CJ. Probably because we fell off. That's annoying.
Hello. Townley's on the line too.
Hey, Trev.
All right.
It's actually very annoying.
Whole crew over at Cape Catfish. We're moving on the chemical weapons plant.
Nah. I just gave something to Lester.
Here we go.
Deal with some stuff. Get back to Los Santos. Just give me a week.
We got the equipment.
Give him a
with the Toledo
week.
money. The gangbangers already on the way. The window's open, my friend, and you are jumping out of it.
Shit.
Los Santos ain't going anywhere, bud.
All of that though. Give me a week. In this game, that's 20 minutes. A summer. Who would do all that work as well? Setting up a score. Only to, like, bail on it and say, no, let's put it off a week. After all the stuff he's done to get to that point, to then say, no, we'll wait. You wouldn't do it, would you? I may have clipped him a bit. Come on. Well, that guy was in the way, wasn't he? I'm really hoping that Trevor's safe house can be accessed without it starting a mission. Oh, you idiot. Well, he's dead. That's a shame for him. Oh, God. Come on. Whoop. Oh. Cyclist. Into the... Oh, I was hoping he'd have gone into the truck. If he'd have gone in the bed of that truck, that'd have been amazing. And that car just disappeared on the bridge. Huh. Weird. Very weird. Oh well. I can live with that. Here we go. Why do I feel like his house is just going to be a mission trigger? Whoops. That didn't go as planned. And up. Avoid it. Oh. Of all the bits to hit, that little twig sticking out the side of it. Really? That's some BS right there. Hey, look, it's the little two-cart one that you pretty much only ever see when he wakes up on the train line. Oh, just cleared that rock. See, I can off-road. My training in dirt comes in handy at times. But yeah. Oh, no, we're actually going to get away with it. We're actually going to be able to save the game. Oh, look at all the vehicles that are here. Oh, come on. The red room. There you go. Okay. Which one's newest? That one. You can probably tell I've not saved it in a long time. But, there you go. That's gonna do it. Yeah. This was fun. This was actually very fun. I do like GTA 5. And yeah. I'm gonna make this quick because it's absolutely boiling in here and I'm starving, and everything else that I usually tell you about this room is 28.5 degrees C. Minute somehow. It was 23 when I started. But yeah. So as always, we are live on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 4 PM UK time. You can catch highlights and other videos on the YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday and Friday as well. Join us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Keep up to date. You can join us on the Discord server. That's up and running perfectly fine. What else is there? Oh yeah, full streams go up on the dedicated replay channel now on YouTube. And yeah, that's going to do it. So, as always, thank you for watching, thank you for joining, and I will see you in a bit. Goodbye.